What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the show once again. Today we are going to tackle cracks. Cracks in the top of the Ovation guitar. I'm going to fill those cracks with thin cyanoacrylate glue because that glue will run down in there. Now, like I said before, the owner of this guitar had it well humidified. The cracks are squeezed together as tight as they're going to go. We tried shining a light down through the cracks and looking inside through a mirror, and if you remember, we didn't see anything. No light. I mean, light obviously shined through the top of the guitar, but there was no light getting through the cracks. So I'm just going to take some thin viscosity CA glue here, and I got to find me a pipette and put on there a really tiny one. And the reason for the tape is, you know, just so I don't get glue on any more of the finish than I have to. And then I'll probably take a razor blade and go over those cracks after the glue sets up. That'll probably be another video. I don't know if it'll set up in time to do it on this one or not. Go over those with a razor blade and flatten them with the top so you don't feel them so much. Also, I don't know if it'll happen in this video, probably will. I'm going to put cleats inside of this puppy. And I got these magnets. If you saw the viewer mail, I got these magnets I can use as clamps on those cleats now. Put the cleat in there, put a magnet against the cleat, and a magnet up here on top to hold it. And they are powerful, man. They will hold it just like a clamp will. So we may get that far. We're going to start with sealing the cracks up with CA glue. So let me bring you over here closer and we'll get right into it. Hold on. Hold on. And they're just about as close as I can get you. You just want enough glue to run down in those cracks good. And seal them. The bond is actually going to be the glue and the cleats, the wood glue and the cleats inside. This will help bond too, though. Quite a lot. Very hard to hold the glue bottle still at this magnitude. I guess that's what you want to call it. Now hopefully we got glue down into those cracks. I'll put a light down in there in a few minutes and we'll have a closer look at it. I like to see a little bit of seepage anyways. And I can't really tell, but like I say, it doesn't really matter because this glue is going to be used for just sealing the top mostly. Yeah, a little bit might have got in. I see just in a tiny few little places. But with this glue, that's all it takes is a little bit. Hold on. Let me see what we're going to do here next. Now these cracks might look a little funky to you right now because they got CA glue on them, a little bit of the tape stuck. And I'll scrape all that off there later. I got leather right here, okay, and two magnets. Two magnets on the inside of that crack with the cleat going to cross this way. Across the grain in this top runs this way. The grain in the cleats run that way, and that's very important that you do that. That one's in. I'm getting ready to put this one in now, and I wanted to bring you back and show you what's going on, how I'm doing it. I haven't done this for a lot of years this way. I had magnets like that one time, and I lost them, and I don't know whatever happened to them, but I got new ones again now. Got double-sided adhesive tape here, okay? Now, I have taken that tape, stuck it to a magnet. Yeah, the light's missing it where I am. Anyways, I stuck double-sided adhesive tape to the magnet, stuck my cleat onto the tape, onto the magnet, got glue on the magnet. All I've got to do now is make sure this magnet does not move. and get this one directly underneath it, and it will suck it right up against exactly where I need it to go. Actually, I need to turn it around this way. So let's do this. It should be very close. I'm going to look in there and see. That should be very close. I have a mirror in there already. Yeah, I can't see the... Yeah, dead on the money. It is exactly where we want it to go. So that's perfect. And I'll bring the camera down here and show you what I'm talking about, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to glue this side or not. I'm afraid the magnets are going to start drawing force on each other and screw everything up. I need to get another magnet here and another one inside on this cleat. Like I say, I've got 4 on this one. I only have 2 on this one at the moment. When I put 2 more on there, then man, these things are incredibly strong. So I'm thinking I might have to wait until this sets up before I can tackle this side with yet 8 more magnets. Anyways, let me get the camera and I'll show you inside of there what it looks like and what's going on. I'm going to let that set for a few minutes before I try to put 2 more magnets on that. Hold on. Well, here I think you can see both of them. That's the closest one to you is the one we just now did. And the next one back is the one with 2 magnets on it. Both cleats are right on the crack. If I shine the light right in the center of the crack, you can see it. There's the cleat and there's the cleat. And you can see the crack there. So it looks pretty good. Like I say, I want to let that closest one that we just now did set up, let the glue set. And then I want to put 2 more magnets, one on top and one on the bottom, to draw that even tighter. And that's better than a clamp, I'm telling you. And that side will be ready to start working on the top up here and making it unfeelable. Like I say, you're still going to be able to see it, but you won't feel it so much. And it's not going to give away anymore. Ever again. Okay, the glue, it's been a few minutes. The glue should have had time now to set up enough to put more magnets on. There's one on top. Make sure we didn't move down here and we're good. Now this one's going to be the tricky one. I'm going to hold this, make sure it doesn't move. And there we go. Let's look at that and make sure. Yes, sir. We are clamped tight now, baby. We just need to leave those now for 24 hours, so we wouldn't really need to leave them that long, but I'm going to. Just to assure a good safe bond. And this other crack up here. It's going to be very hard to cleat because it's right beside of a brace. Remember, we got fan bracing in this thing. It runs this way. It does not have X bracing. It's got fan bracing. And this crack runs right beside a brace, man. Right beside one. I'm going to have to use, maybe cut some really thin cleats like so. You can see how tiny that is. Maybe if I got back here in the light you could see it better. Oh, that's too far away. Anyways, it's long and thin, and I'm thinking maybe I can just glue it right up against the brace. It needs to go that way though, because of the grain. And I don't know though. I don't know if I want to risk getting more magnets in there or not, because God, those things are powerful magnets. And I'm afraid if I start over here, it's going to interfere with these. So I think I'm just going to leave it alone for right now. Come back tomorrow, and come back in the morning probably. It'll be about 12 hours. I can take these off and go ahead and start on this side. That's probably, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Alright, if you're looking in the mirror up at the top of the guitar, that is that wooden block that I cut to fit snugly in the curve of the back there, that bowl, and against the top of the guitar. That is in the center of the crack where the top separation from the body, the bowl. And then, of course, we have our have our two cleats over here. And it gets all confusing looking in here upside down and backwards and left-handed. Okay, there's the two cleats that we just put in. And here is, I gotta move the mirror again, I think. You can see the, hold on, let me move the mirror. There's the block we put in. Come on, focus, you, man. Piece of shit fucking camera. That's the block I put in the back of it and cut it to fit. That's going to secure that crack in the bowl. And you can see, maybe you can see where a little bit of, you can see that square tubing I'm talking about right in the corner, so to speak, of the wood and the plastic. It's like a square tubing, and it's tubular, I think. And that's where all that CA glue, thin CA glue, went that I pumped into that crack. I guess that's where it went, because you can see very little signs of it. If I could get more light in there, you'd see what I mean. There, maybe you can see it there. Very little signs of glue around the where the wood meets the plastic. All that I pumped a bunch of CA glue into that. It had to have went into that thin, square, tubular looking purfling, if you want to call it that. I don't know. But anyways, that's the wooden block I cut out to fit, and it fit like a glove. I had to install it through that tiny little hole in the back of the guitar. Probably can't even show you that. No, the mirror's got it covered up. But that's what it looks like today. There's our cleats again. Camera is not going to cooperate. It usually doesn't. Anyway, there you go. So I guess I don't have any other choice than to call it on this tonight, because there's not a whole lot more that I can do here. Like I say, I've got 8 magnets in there right now. I've only got 10. Here's the other 2. They work perfect, man, for this, for gluing cleats up on the top. A lot of magnetic force holding those cleats up there until the glue sets up. Tomorrow I'll come back and take all that loose in the morning, like I said, and we'll go to work on this side. Now this crack up here on the upper side of the lower bout, like I said, it runs right along the side of a brace. And I have maybe a 1/16 of an inch to glue between the braces. So rather than to use a softer wood like spruce, which is what I should use, I think that's what that top is, I'm going to use tiny, very tiny rosewood cleats. They are so small, it's not going to make any difference in the sound. That's a much harder wood than spruce or maple or anything else. And I can cut it really small and keep the grain running crossways from the grain in the top. And I'm pretty sure I cut them small enough so I can get them in between the braces, the fan bracing. I want to put one about almost at the end of the crack and one almost at the other end of the crack. And it should never ever move again. With all this back here secure, that crack secure, this one secure, these other cracks I told you about are only in the finish. They're not through the wood. I checked them very closely, and they are not through the wood. It's only the finish cracks, so there's no need to cleat that. So we'll come back next time and put rosewood cleats, very tiny small rosewood cleats, right against this brace. And I want to glue it up against the brace and over the crack so it'll have double security. And that harder wood too should keep that crack from ever separating again. So thanks guys for watching. Sorry we couldn't do it all tonight, but you got to do as you can, what little you can when you can, I guess. And that's all we can do tonight. So cheers. I'll see you on the next video very much soon. Thanks for watching.